Hey everyone, welcome to A Little Bit of Monica. I'm Monica and I have a little announcement to make. So I, along with Michelle from Michelle's Library and Lexi from Books with Lexi, will be making our very own book club starting in June. We have been talking about this and getting so excited. And we are so happy to be announcing this to everyone that we finally are ready and getting things started. Our book club is going to be called the Pyramid Book Club, and anyone who is curious where the pyramid came from, think of our initials. We got Michelle and Lexi and Monica. Together we are MLM. We're just going to be reading books and talking about them and having a good time. I'm going to be sharing with you today the first 3 books for the first 3 months that we've selected. But basically every month we will have a live reading sprint where we kind of give people an opportunity to read that book if they hadn't yet already, and that'll be within a few days of what we will also have is a live show where the 3 of us will get on together and talk about the book that we read. There will be 2 sections to each of these live shows. First, we will start off with a spoiler-free chat about the book, giving some basic opinions, but nothing including spoilers, so that if there are people who want to join who didn't get a chance to read or maybe weren't interested in reading it but want to hear what we thought, we will have that spoiler-free section. And then the latter half of the live show will be us diving into a spoiler section. So that's going to be for those who have read the book or who never plan on reading the book and don't mind encountering some spoilers. But yeah, so we plan to have those 2 events every single month. We'll have a reading sprint where anybody can read whatever they want during those sprints, but it does give people an opportunity, if they haven't read the book yet, they can go ahead and tackle it during that sprint, starting it or maybe finishing it. But then we will also follow up a few days later with the live show where we will talk about the book and what we thought and what we loved and what we maybe didn't. Another awesome aspect of our book club, we plan to incorporate tons of different types of books. We're not going to stick to any one genre because we all have different preferences and we're going to try those out. So I think it's going to be fun to be able to kind of experience what other people are reading and not just stick to the things that we would typically choose. So I think that's going to be really fun. We're really excited to have everyone come along with us. And so now, drum roll please. The first book that we have selected is The Appeal by Janice Hallett. We are going to be reading this in June. This book is a murder mystery. It is suspenseful, and you kind of have to solve the mystery along the way, which most people try to do when they're reading mysteries anyway. But this one especially is built in a way that really makes you work along the way. Dear reader, enclosed are documents relating to the events surrounding the Fairway Players staging of All My Sons and the tragic death of one of its members. Another member is currently in prison for the crime. We have reason to suspect that they are innocent, and that there were far darker secrets that have yet to be revealed. We believe that the killer has given themselves away. It's there in writing, hidden in the emails, texts, and letters, in the events surrounding the charity appeal for little Poppy Reswick and the question of whether that money was truly being used to fund her life-saving cancer treatment. Will you accept the challenge? Can you uncover the truth? Do you dare? I am so excited to read this book. I heard someone else was getting ready to start reading it like a month or 2 ago. I can't remember who it was, but when they described it, I was like, that sounds so cool. So I am super excited that this is the first book that we're going to be reading for our book club. As far as the sprints go and the live show, so what we're going to be doing, Lexi and Michelle and I, as the 3 co-hosts, we will be rotating who's hosting these different events. So for our first month, I will be hosting the sprints, which are going to be held on June 28th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to wait until then to read the book, by all means, but if you want to get a head start and you can read it, the sprints are just another opportunity to read together, but it will give another reminder that, hey, our live show is coming up soon. Speaking of, the live show is going to be on June 30th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And that, again, we're going to talk about the book starting with spoiler free and then moving into a more in-depth conversation. But anyone is invited. We absolutely are so excited to be sharing this with everyone. The next book that we have selected is for July. We don't have the dates picked out for this one just yet, but we have selected the book already. And the book that we are going to be reading is The Shadow House by Anna Downs. This one sounds sinister. A house with deadly secrets, a mother who will risk everything to bring them to light. Alex, a single mother of 2, is determined to make a fresh start for her and her children. In an effort to escape her troubled past, she seeks refuge in a rural community. Pine Ridge is idyllic, the surrounding forests are beautiful, and the locals welcoming, mostly. But Alex finds that she may have disturbed barely hidden secrets in her new home. As a chain of bizarre events is set off, events eerily familiar to those who have lived there for years, Alex realizes that she and her family might be in greater danger than ever before, and that the only way to protect them all is to confront the shadows lurking in Pine Ridge. Sounds spooky, sounds eerie, sounds exciting. I am very eager to read this one. It just sounds like everything that I love reading. For this one, again, we don't have the dates picked out just yet, but I do know that Michelle will be hosting the sprints and Lexi will be hosting the live show. But we will announce all of those dates later on. And then we've also selected our book for August as well. We will be reading Upgrade by Blake Crouch. For anyone who has read Dark Matter, that is also by Blake Crouch, and I have heard raving reviews. I have not read it yet. It is on my shelf right up here, and I'm going to be reading it very soon. But Upgrade is a new release, and it is going to be coming out in July, so we plan to read it in August. It is sci-fi, but from what I understand, Blake Crouch is known for his ability to write sci-fi in a way that is easy to understand for people who are not sciencey, which is me. So I'm super excited. You are the next step in human evolution. At first, Logan Ramsey isn't sure if anything is different. He just feels a little sharper, better able to concentrate, better at multitasking, reading a bit faster, memorizing better, needing less sleep. But before long, he can't deny it. Something's happening to his brain, to his body. He's starting to see the world and those around him, even those he loves most, in whole new ways. The truth is, Logan's genome has been hacked, and there's a reason he's been targeted for this upgrade. A reason that goes back decades to the darkest part of his past and a horrific family legacy. Worse still, what's happening to him is the first step in a much larger plan, one that will inflict the same changes on humanity at large at a terrifying cost. Because of his new abilities, Logan's the one person in the world capable of stopping what's been set in motion, but to have a chance at winning this war, he'll have to become something other than himself, maybe even something other than human. And even as he's fighting, he can't help wondering, what if humanity's only hope for a future really does lie in engineering our own evolution? Intimate in scale, yet epic in scope, Upgrade is an intricately plotted, lightning-fast tale that charts one man's thrilling transformation, even as it asks us to ponder the limits of our humanity and our boundless potential. Needless to say, this book sounds amazing, and I am so excited. I think, if I do say so myself, we have picked 3 incredible books to start out with, and they are a little bit different, but they're going to be super exciting. And as we go forward, we are going to be picking some different books in other genres as well. So I hope you guys are excited as we are. So there you have it, our first 3 books that we have selected for our book club. Again, we are all so excited. We have not stopped talking about this. Lexi and Michelle are absolutely amazing. I love them, and I am so excited to be co-hosting this incredible book club with them. As if I haven't said it enough, we are all so excited for this to finally be announced and be happening. So make sure that you are following along. If you're not subscribed to Lexi or Michelle yet, please do yourself a favor and go subscribe right now. And then also head over to Instagram and follow all 3 of us on there as well, because we will be posting pictures and announcements on there as well as we lead up to our sprints and our live shows, announcing the books and things like that. We may be creating an Instagram specifically for the book club, but we haven't quite done that yet. So just keep your eyes peeled and be ready for all of the fun announcements that are to come. But for now, that's all we've got, but we are so excited. So we hope you join us.